getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball. And what's good, everyone? Welcome back in. Glad to have you guys in the stream. Once again tonight here, as we get a great matchup in store. Top two teams in the NBA, and a big-time showdown between the Celtics and the Bucks tonight for this matchup here. Boston trying to see if they can turn things around. 52-24 record this season for the Celtics. They're currently in second place right now as Milwaukee has took control out in number one at the top of the NBA for the Bucks this season. Bucks with a record of 55-21, 3 games above Boston. Entering tonight, this game's at Milwaukee at the Fiserv Forum. Should be a great one. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, and here we go. Great night of basketball on its way. Alex, Braden, Bradley, Vegas. Glad to have you guys back at the channel here. And, yeah, Celtics gonna turn it around, man. Starts right here, right now, coming off a painful loss in their last game at Washington. Could not play defense whatsoever. 130-111, the final score on Tuesday night. Seemed like they were turning around the corner for the Celtics, looking like the scores from like last year around this time for them, just crushing their opponents. They beat Sacramento 9 days ago, 132-109. After that, they beat Indiana 120-95, and then crushed San Antonio on Sunday. But then going in the backwards direction against Washington, their last game on Tuesday, looking to see if they can respond in this matchup. James in the stream, welcome in. Mountain Man, Jose, glad to have you guys back in once again. Joseph, welcome to the stream once again. Final four predictions. I'm going to take San Diego State in the one over FAU, and then I got UConn over Miami. So I got UConn winning the championship right now. I actually had them in my initial bracket as runner-up to Alabama in my initial bracket. Yeah, Bucks coming off a phenomenal victory. So Milwaukee off a back-to-back, playing yesterday at Indiana. They destroyed them. They put up 149 points, 149-136 the final score. And Drew Holiday, he recorded a career high yesterday, 51 total points. Giannis had a triple-double, 38, 17, and 12 in the victory for the Bucks. So yesterday, Milwaukee just out in full command, putting up 149 versus the Pacers. And this Bucks team, they have found their rhythm right now. And they have been on like a massive winning streak before to take first place over Boston, because Boston thought that they were completely out in first place, and then this Bucks team goes in a monster winning streak from like late January into like early March. They take over the first position now, and a little bit of a wake-up call for the Celtics once they got passed up in the standings. And here's Boston, 3 games behind Milwaukee, looking most likely that they'll have the number 2 seed now in the playoffs, and the Bucks will have the number 1. This is a big game tonight. For any opportunity that Boston will have a shot at the 1 seed, they need to take this one for any chance right now at that 1 seed, because looks very, very slim if that's going to happen, because you're asking the Bucks to lose multiple games in a row, and it hasn't happened in quite a bit of time in that matter. So we're going to tip off very shortly here. Celtics looking to turn things around tonight. Going to be a tough task out ahead of them on this game, but been able to turn it around before after some terrible losses. They got crushed against the Thunder to start off the year back in early January, bounced back in the next game, and they beat the Mavs in the next game by like almost 30. And then they had a horrendous loss against Houston from earlier this month, mid-March, and bounced back and beat Minnesota in a road game. But much tougher task here in this matchup. Andrew, welcome to the stream, man. No problem. Glad to have you back in whenever you have a chance. Oh, sorry to hear about that. With your girlfriend there. Sorry to hear about that, but hopefully things will get better for her. But glad to hear, man, for you with your girlfriend there. Celtics will go in the white jerseys tonight, green numbers, green letters. Milwaukee going to go in the purple uniforms for this matchup. We take a look at starters. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Al Horford, Derek White, Marcus Smart, the starting 5 for the Celtics. Going up against the Bucks, Chris Middleton, did not play yesterday. Starting tonight, though, Chris Middleton, Giannis, Brook Lopez, Grayson Allen, and Drew Holiday. He's coming off a 51-point game career high last night in the win over the Pacers. Those are throwback jerseys to the 2000s there, the purple and the white with the green outline that Milwaukee's got. Haven't seen those in quite a bit of time. Those look fresh. Alright, if you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Here we go. Battle between number 1 and number 2 in the NBA on the floor tonight. Boston just has Gallinari listed out, yet to play this season. And then Myers Leonard, he is out for Milwaukee. We're underway, and the Bucks control the opening tip left to right in the floor. Holiday bounce pass to Middleton, guarded by Tatum, top of the key. Lob down low. Lopez snags it. Lopez at the baseline looked like he had lost out of bounds, but the referee didn't call it. Either way, it's stolen away by Smart inside the key. First possession now for the Celtics. Tatum dribble, drive, attacks, right hand, missed off the glass, and he got rebounded by Holiday. They have numbers 5 and 4. Tatum not back defensively up the floor. 3, it's good by Drew. 3-zip, Milwaukee. This Drew Holiday vision right there, realizing that Tatum wasn't back defensively, and that's the first possession there for the Celtics. Just can't quit. Back on the defensive side of the floor. I know that he wanted to get that bucket, but still got 47 minutes left to play right now. Horford, handoff, Brown with a 3, rattles in. That's good by Jaylen Brown on the board. Unleash the mask. He is back once again tonight with a mask for Jaylen Brown. It's been like that for quite a while now. First minute through action, Holiday bounce pass at the free throw circle over to Giannis. Giannis drives, spin move on the key on Brown, puts it up off the top of the glass, tipped out to the perimeter. Offensive rebound back to Lopez, though. Lopez moves it outside to Middleton. Middleton, edge of the logo, guarded by Smart. Moves it out to the left wing to Giannis. Lob down low, had position for a moment. Lopez puts it up, puts it through. Just tried to double team Brook Lopez, but too good inside the low post. Celtics gotta find an interior answer. Got shredded against Washington 2 nights ago. Smart takes a 3. Smart rips it through. That's good for the 3. This whole Celtics team this season has basically been live or die by the 3-point shot. They've got 2 so far. Perfect 2 for 2 to start things off. 2 minutes into action. 10 minutes left to go in the first. Middleton, jumper, baseline, got it. Rattled in right past Tatum on the long contest. Hot start offensively for both of these teams so far. Horford, bobble. Oh, man, lost it. That's a turnover. If that's in crunch time, I'd be seeing a big E right there. Horford, hot tamale in and out of his hands. Cannot have that happen. First turnover tonight for Boston. Handoff from Giannis to Holiday. Holiday, deep range three, missed off the back rim. Brown comes out with a defensive rebound. 9:30 left to go in the first. Horford out in transition. Horford with a 3. Horford, trifecta. He makes it. 9-7. 3 made threes for Boston. Brown, Smart, and Horford on the board, all with a made 3. Holiday at the right wing. He's guarded by Tatum 1-on-1. Bounce pass over to Middleton. Middleton guarded at the right baseline, drives on Brown. Middleton underneath, swings it outside to the wing to Giannis. Giannis, dribble drive, attacks inside the paint with the right hand. He scores up and through. Good for 2, gets past Smart to the cup. To the first 3 minutes of action so far. Jaylen Brown, as the cameraman couldn't get it pan around in time, but he throws it down. Slips behind the defense with a right-handed flush. Sister Surround, welcome back in the stream. 3 minutes through action so far. What a start to this game. 20 combined points in the first 3 minutes. Holiday at the top of the key. Now working on Smarts as we have a whistle and a fall picked up. That's charged. The Smart clock will stop with 8:44. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Should be a great one for this one tonight. Christian, welcome back in, man. Inbound goes over to Holiday. Passes right block off to Middleton. Middleton guarded by White. Moves it on top over to Allen. Allen catching fire. 3 missed rim short. And the rebound controlled by White for Boston. White pass midcourt. White attacks inside the paint. Flings it out. And that's turnover number 2. Giannis comes out with a steal. And Giannis draws the reach in committed by Tatum. Pass midcourt. So the clock will stop with 8:27. Yeah, a bunch of players in the transfer portal now. Caleb Love went to the transfer portal, and potentially it could be Indiana that picks him up. That's what I've been hearing. Indiana's been going after a bunch of those players in the transfer portal. I get my Celtics in this one. It's going to be a tough task, but still got faith in them that they could pull it off today. Have to be really hungry in this game. Giannis swoosh. Drills the deep 2, 11-11. I got UConn versus San Diego State in a championship game. Brown missed around the rim and out on a deep 2 jumper. Rebound goes to the Bucks with Giannis. Giannis pass midcourt up the floor. Giannis attacks inside the paint. Missed the slam dunk off the back rim, but there was contact again. And the clock will stop with 8:01 left to go in the first. This is called on Horford on his first personal. This will send Giannis now to the free throw line. So Al Horford clipping Giannis on the slam dunk attempt. Giannis will shoot 2 shots coming off a triple-double last night. 38 points, 17 rebounds, 12 assists. They crushed the Pacers. Coming off a back-to-back victory yesterday, 149-136. This is a standalone game right now, by the way. This is the only game going on tonight at this time. Giannis makes the first free throw. It's very rare in the NBA you see standalone games. One game per like a time slot, but we got it tonight. There's only 2 games in the schedule tonight. The other one's the nightcap, the Pelicans at the Nuggets. Nuggets leading the West currently. Second free throw missed by Giannis. Jaylen Brown attacks right to the rim, scores in the left-handed layup. Rod, welcome back to the stream, man. What a great start to this one so far. 7:45 left to go in the first. 13-12 Boston. Holiday, guarded by Tatum, left elbow. Tatum yet to really get going today. Open 3, Brook Lopez missed off the back rim. Offensive rebound over to Middleton. Middleton dribbles back out. Middleton at the wing. Crossover, takes the 3 over Horford, rains it. 15-13. 7:20 left to go. He's been drilling 3s so far. Tatum still looking to see if he can get on the board in this one. Tatum yet to score so far. Spin move, tries to change it. Floats it up in the key, and he's got it. First 2 in the night by Tatum. Everything's been close so far by 1 possession. In the first 5+ minutes of action, missed shot at the rim. Here goes the Celtics out in transition. Baseline drive, White. White working on Middleton, pivot. Swings it out to the top, deflected to the corner. Lucky to get it back. That's Horford, who picks up the deflected pass in the corner. Off to Brown. Brown at the wing. Up fake. Pass to his right. Smart. Force up a 3. No good around the rim and out. And the rebound controlled by Middleton. Yeah, so that's a tough one right there. Smart was off balance when he took the 3. So uncontested at the wing. He was stuck right there. We have a timeout taken on the floor by Mike Budenholzer in Milwaukee. 6:35 left to go in the first. 15-15. Great start here in this one. What's good? Thomas on the stream. Welcome in. Yeah, I saw. So Conference USA still could get the full sweep in the postseason, which is, man, it's just remarkable. So Charlotte won the CBI, Florida Atlantic still in, and they got North Texas and UAB and the NIT. Patrick, welcome back in. Yeah, I think it's going to depend on the transfer portal for Indiana. Wow, so yeah, that's some big news. So VCU getting a new head coach now. So Ace Baldwin from VCU, yeah, hitting the transfer portal. Yeah, wouldn't be shocked if he goes to Penn State. Mark, welcome back in. Yeah, I think all depends on if Hood Schifino goes or not too. Yeah, Celtics need this one. Have to play really desperate tonight. Great start here. Both of these teams on fire. To start off, Jaylen Brown with 7. Celtics 3 of 4 from 3-point range. Milwaukee 5 points each by Middleton and Giannis to start off the game. Bryson, welcome in, man. Looks like the poll's pretty close right now as well. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. First time out of the night currently. Yeah, there's been just so many names inside the transfer portal. Yeah, Jason Tatum's been quiet today. He scored the last bucket for the Celtics, so Tatum finally with 2 on the board right now. It started off, it was Brown, Smart, and Horford. 3 in a row for Boston that they had made threes. Wow, Caleb Grill from Iowa State in the transfer portal. Yeah, this transfer portal is just packed. It keeps on growing every single day. Jordan Davis from Wisconsin, which is Johnny Davis's younger brother. So Johnny Davis's younger brother, Jordan Davis, in the transfer portal. Olivier Kwamwa from Tennessee entering the transfer portal 2 hours ago. We get back to action. 6.5 left to go. Middleton at the elbow. Drills the 2 back from the timeout. $6:15 left to go in the first. Celtics with the ball. Horford, top of the key, moves it out to his right to Brown. First time into the game for Malcolm Brogdon on the floor, currently replacing Smart. Smart with 1 personal foul. Brown, turnaround, mid-range, rattles in. That's good. Jaylen Brown, the top scorer so far for Boston. He's up to 9. Under 6 minutes left to go in the first. Giannis attacks at the low block, swings it out to the top, up fake, open 3, Middleton. Off the rim, short, rebound control by Brown. Celtics up the floor now. Brogdon, first time into the game. Brogdon at the left corner. Gives it over to Horford, back over to Brogdon. Brogdon turns the corner, floats up the runner at the free throw circle. Missed off the rim, picked up in the rebound by Middleton. Middleton now crosses midcourt. Middleton lobs it up over the top for Giannis, and he gets fouled. I believe that's on Brown, his first, and the clock will stop with 5:30. And they'll send Giannis to the free throw line. So Boston getting into foul trouble early on. Rob Williams now checking into the game first time today for the Celtics. But Boston now with 4 personal fouls, 1 each by Horford, Smart, Brown, and Tatum so far. And Chris Middleton will take a seat on the bench. Actually, they will not give Giannis free throws. So it looks like they had the camera on him, but he was not at the free throw line. So this is just a simple inbound. Was not up into the jump shot motion. Said it was before in the lob. Bobby Portis got stripped by Brogdon. Brogdon comes up with a steal. Brogdon takes up the floor. Out to Brown. Brown guarded by Ingles. Brown working one-on-one on Ingles. Crossover. Takes him into the key. Takes the jumper mid-range around the rim and out. And the battle for the rebound as Jay Crowder comes down with it. With him and Rob Williams inside the paint. Goes back to the Bucks. Ingles up the floor with a 3. That missed too long off the back rim. Rebound control by White. 4:50 left to go in the first. Celtics with possession. White at the top. White straightaway 3. White halfway down. Skipped around the rim and out though. The scoring starting to slow down after a hot start for both of these teams. Ingles attacks on Brown. Sends it off to Lopez. Lopez drives inside a key. Too many steps right there. Officials did not call it. Working on Grant Williams, and Grant called on a shooting foul. Wow. Looked like he took 4 steps in the key there by Brook Lopez. So we see right here in a replay, yeah. Derek White right next to Grant Williams inside the key defending. Grant clearly signaling a travel right there. No travel call by the referees. There's 4 steps taken. Brook Lopez will shoot 2 at the free throw line. The first one's good. Second shot by Lopez right down the middle. 19-17. 4.5 left to go in the first. Jaylen Brown will bring it up the floor. Brown, Rob Williams, Malcolm Brogdon, Derek White, Grant Williams, 3. Straight away, that's good for JB. Bang, bang for Jaylen Brown, baby. Jaylen Brown leading the way. He's got 12 out of the 20 so far tonight for the Celtics. Lob. Throwing it down, two-handed flush by Brook Lopez. Jrue Holiday with an assist for Milwaukee. Nobody there at the rim for backside help for the Celtics defense. Brogdon at the right wing, guarded by Crowder. Moves it across the floor to Brown. Brown with 12, looking for more, looking for 15. Bullseye, he's got it. Jaylen Brown, a three-point fest tonight, lighting it up from the perimeter. JB, 15 of the 25. He is 6 for 8 shooting perfect. 3 for 3 from the outside. What a start by Brown. Tatum with just 2 so far in 7 minutes. Out fake at the top. Holiday moves it out to his left. Portis swings it over to Brook Lopez. 3 on the shot clock. 3.5 on the game clock. Lopez stripped. Brogdon comes up with a steal. Here goes the Celtics. 2-on-1. Pass ahead. Jaylen Brown behind the defense. And he lays it up and in with the right hand. Jaylen Brown, 17 points so far in the first quarter. What a start for Boston here with JB. Just above 3 minutes left to go in the first. Holiday attacks, missed off the glass, battle for the rebound, tip to the corner to Lopez. Lopez double team, swings it out to the wing to Ingles. Will slow it down on top. Here's a 3. Portis missed off the rim. Rob Williams mistimed his jump, but Derek White comes up with a defensive rebound. Nice save by White. He'll take it up the floor. White dribbles up to the elbow, gets space, takes the jumper. Off the mark, missed, and the rebound controlled by Portis. Looking to push it now for Milwaukee. Holiday backs his way, spin move into the key. No good. Alter by Rob Williams, got it back, missed off the glass. He will. I think he got fouled there in the process, and the clock will stop. So 25-21, 2:38 left to go. And we do have a timeout taken on the floors. Both of these teams were out on the court for quite a bit of time, but man, story of this one so far, Jaylen Brown, what a start to this game. He's got 17 out of the 25 points. 2:38 left to go in the first. We take the timeout. A quick update on that last call. Actually, Jrue Holiday got called in a travel. So there was contact at the rim by the Celtics defense, but Holiday called in a travel. So that will be a turnover by Milwaukee. So turnover by Milwaukee. It will be Celtics basketball once we come back from the timeout. Yeah, there was one they should have called the travel by Lopez in the key. He ended up getting free throws after that. Yep, got to get in the right mindset. I just saw Vegas's hashtag right there for his name. Yep, they got a PC mindset now going on for the slogan there. And they had early this morning, they had Devin Carter in a one-on-one match up against Kim English. And the scores were reported back via Twitter. Kim English won both of the games. Always great bonding time with the new head coach there. That's great. Players seem like they've been getting along with the new head coach really well. 17 by Jaylen Brown. He has been phenomenal. 7 for 9 shooting perfect. 3 of 3 from three-point range in 9 minutes, dropping down almost double the time of minutes and points right now. Is basically scoring just under a half a point in a minute, basically, for Jaylen Brown. So almost like 1 point every 30 seconds. Oh, so Carter did. Okay, so I must have read that. I must have read that wrong this morning about that. There's like no key players out. Everybody's healthy for the Celtics. Gallinari is still out. He's yet to play this season. And then I think for the Bucks it was just Myers Leonard who is out. So they got all their key players playing. Yeah, hopefully able to retain him. Hopefully a change of mind, and he'll be back after that one-on-one. We come back from the timeout. Celtics will get the basketball, so that was called a travel. So a travel in the key by Milwaukee before the timeout. Grant Williams inbound to Brogdon in the backcourt. They have Javon Carter into the game for the first time today for Milwaukee. 2.5 left to go in the first quarter. Rob Williams on the floor with Jason Tatum, Malcolm Brogdon, Jaylen Brown, and Grant Williams. Brown receives a skip pass, right corner, drives baseline, double team. Now, nice dump off down low. There's Rob Williams up and in off the glass as he makes the layup. 27-21. Jaylen Brown that time gets the assist. 7 made field goals, 2 assists so far. He has scored or assisted on 9 out of the 11 made baskets that the Celtics have had so far. Missed shot by the Bucks. Goes back to the Celtics. Tatum crossover, dribble drive, right down the lane inside. Got blocked by Giannis. Here goes Milwaukee looking to push tempo. Carter up the floor, open 3, got it. Bullseye, he rains it through. Defense translates right into offense that possession for the Bucks. Minute 45 left to go in the first. Brogdon will slow it down past midcourt, defended by Carter. 12 in the shot clock for Brogdon. Brogdon open 3 off the pick set by Williams, missed off the front rim. And I believe it's called a rebound foul picked up by Grant Williams. Victor, welcome to the stream, man. Oh, no, check that. It will be called on Milwaukee. So that's on Giannis. That's the first personal foul picked up by the Bucks today. Inbound Celtics up by 3. Rob Williams handoff Tatum. Tatum with just 2 so far. Tatum step back 3 at the wing. Off the mark, no good. Rebound controlled far side of the floor by Wesley Matthews. Matthews lobs it over to Giannis. Double team. Giannis blocked from behind by Rob Williams. Huge rejection right there as here comes the Celtics. Brogdon up the floor. Great instincts right there with Rob, able to swipe it right from behind, defending Giannis in the low post. Brown off to Brogdon. Brogdon at the top. Dribble, drive, attacks downhill. Gets past Crowder right to the rim, and he scores with a layup from Malcolm Brogdon. 29-24 Boston. Final minute left to go in the first. Bucks have possession. Chris Middleton. Guarded on the outside by Brogdon. Middleton moves it off to Giannis. Swings it out to the wing. Catch and fire 3. Matthews off the back rim. Rebound snagged by Tatum. Here goes Boston. Final 40 seconds. Up the floor. Tatum attacks downhill right to the rim. He's got the layup. Lunging 4 down inside. Jason Tatum with 4. 31-24. Great start for Boston. Mixing everything up. 2s and 3s so far in this game. Middleton able to float up the runner and banks it home for 2. Hockey from home. Welcome back in. Yeah, no problem. Thanks so much for joining in when you have the chance. 20 seconds left to go. 6-second differential between shot clock and game clock at the end of the first. Tatum guarded by Middleton around the outside. Tatum 1-on-1 crossover, step back 3 in the air, laser beam, that's good. Jason Tatum drills it from downtown. Big time shot contested for JT. 5 seconds left to go. Giannis at the top. Giannis takes a 3 over Rob Williams, missed off the front rim. Middleton put back chance, no good, and we close out at the end of 1. Boston 34, Milwaukee 26. 8-point lead for the Celtics. Great start for Boston here. Jaylen Brown, what a start to the game tonight. Jaylen Brown with half of the points in that first quarter. 17 of the 34. 7 for 9 shooting perfect. 3 of 3 from 3-point range. After that, Jason Tatum had a quick 5. When he checked back into the game at the late stage of the first quarter. Rob Williams had a monster block from behind, so that was impactful there. Celtics with a layup by Brogdon, a bucket down low by Rob Williams. Jaylen Brown scored or assisted on 10 of the 14 made field goals in the first quarter for Boston. Horford made a 3, Smart made a 3. And everybody out there making a difference. Jaylen Brown's just had a phenomenal start tonight. And then over for Milwaukee right now, they've been able to get 9 points from Middleton, Middleton's been able to find his way coming into this game well rested, did not play yesterday. And Giannis with 5 so far. Giannis limited to just 2 for 7 shooting so far in this game. Jrue Holiday limited to just 1 for 4. Yeah, I saw that. Quite a bit of recruits keep on decommitting from Providence and going to Georgetown now. It's all about the transfer market, though. Looking forward to see what will happen out in the transfer market. Providence picked up a couple of those transfers that played at George Mason that they got. Edith, welcome back in. This is just a standalone game tonight, so this is the only game going on during this time slot. Celtics getting to the rim. At the start of this game, they were making their threes, so they have been shooting the ball well from 3, and also they've been able to get to the rim and score from point-blank range as well. Boston, 16 points in the paint so far in this game, also shooting 60% from 3 in the first quarter, 6 for 10, 58% total. Milwaukee limited to just 38.5% in that first quarter. The Bucks, though, plus 5 in the glass, 15 to 10, 6 to 0. The offensive rebounds, it's been a lot of those offensive rebounds have gone long back to Milwaukee. So it's not like it's a battle between like under the rim and players soaring up for those rebounds. It's just gone off the back rim, whereas the Bucks players keep on standing around the perimeter and getting those rebounds, whereas Boston's found themselves inside the paint, but the rebounds go too long back out to the perimeter for a second chance. Yeah, this is the only game during this time slot tonight. So there's only 2 NBA games going on tonight. This one's at its own time slot, and then the next game is the late game after this between the Pelicans and the Nuggets. And that game doesn't tip off until 10 o'clock at night. So this is a rarity tonight in the NBA that we just have one game going on at once. After Tuesday's atrocious loss at Washington, Celtics needed to get themselves back in the right track. They have done that so far. 58% plus shooting the ball from the floor in the first quarter. We get back to action. Started the second quarter. Brogdon at the top of the key working on Allen. Crossover. Dribbles up to the key. Bounce pass. Cutter. Baseline. Throwing it down. Two-handed jam by Rob Williams. Largest lead of the game now for Boston, up by 10. Beautiful baseline cut there by Big Rob to the hole. Giannis working his way down low on Horford, puts it up, and he got it. Tatum might have got a piece of that towards the side in a block attempt, but wasn't enough on it as Giannis was able to score. Giannis up to 7 now, 3 for 8 shooting. Tatum at the left wing perimeter, working on Giannis one-on-one, takes the 3 over Giannis. Tatum rips it through, it's good. He was looking for the fall call as well, couldn't get it, but Jason Tatum, big-time triple, contested over Giannis. First minute through the second quarter, Middleton at the elbow, takes to Jay, airballed it as the ball goes to Smart and the Celtics. Boston pass midcourt. Smart passes cross-court Horford into the hands to Brogdon. Brogdon at the left wing, crossover, drives at the left baseline over to Horford. Horford jumper deep 2 over the rim, and a rebound controlled by Giannis. Michael, welcome to the stream, man. Yeah, I heard about that. I heard about that from today. Hunter Dickinson and Justin Moore, they're 2 names that might transfer. They're considering potentially putting their name into the transfer portal. Wow. Chris Middleton will draw contact off the up fake. He got Rob Williams in the blocking foul. Milwaukee just 1 personal foul so far. Celtics just committed personal foul number 6. Nobody in deep foul trouble, though. 1 personal foul each between all 6 players that they have. Tatum, Horford, Smart, Brown, Grant Williams, and Rob Williams. Middleton makes them both. .30 left to go in the second. Tatum at the top. Tatum working on Giannis. Tatum gets an opening. Tatum shoots the 3. Got it. Oh, yeah. Jason Tatum trifecta delivers. That's back-to-back 3s over the Greek Freak made by Tatum. Tatum with a quick 13 now after scoring 2 points in the first 8 minutes of the first quarter. Giannis backs his way, low block. He is triple-teamed in the key over Horford. Missed off the back rim, and a rebound controlled by Tatum. Celtics will slow down tempo. Tatum past midcourt. Tatum dribbles up to the free throw circle. Now back outside working on Giannis one-on-one. Here he goes. Tatum dribbles, drives, down the lane and got stripped. Poked out of bounds. Last touch by Milwaukee. Clock will stop with 9:46, 7 on the shot clock. Tatum again thought he got fouled. Tatum's just got to play through the contact and not complain about these calls right now. Just play right through the contact. You'll get the whistles when you get the whistles. Can't be a whistle every single possession. Inbound from Smart to Tatum. Tatum, 5 in the shot clock. Tatum again got the ball poked loose out of bounds, working on Matthews with 3.7 on the shot clock. So again, Boston will get the inbounds. Jason Tatum just needs to settle his mind down and know that he can't be getting all the calls all at once. And now we have a whistle picked up by Milwaukee. So that's in the corner. Clock will stop with 9:41. Mario, welcome in, man. Yeah, wow. Jason Tatum gets sent right into the front row. Got fouled by Wesley Matthews. So this is shots coming up here at the line for Tatum. This will be 2. The first one's good. $9:41 left to go. Tatum up to 14. Second free throw. And that's good. So he makes them both. Tatum went right into the front row. And knocked down by Matthews. Right in front of the three-point line at the corner. Middleton. As Mike Budenholzer does not like what he's seeing right now. Goes right over to the official. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor taken by Milwaukee. They didn't even show the replay of that to the full extent. The TNT crew, they've been slow in a couple of these camera pans tonight. It's been two offensive plays in the game for the Celtics that the TNT crew has missed completely via the camera pans. One of them they had the graphics on when Jaylen Brown has scored a bucket in the first 3 minutes of the game, and that one when Tatum got knocked down taking the corner 3. We did not see the first portion of that play. The camera was well off the mark, missing the spot of the ball on the first portion of that play right there, and they never even showed the replay in its full extent. 44-30 now, 9:39 left to go before halftime, and the Bucks down by 14. All right, we got almost 60 plus in the stream. If you guys are new in the channel, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. After this, I plan on being back for both of the Final Four games on Saturday, so feel free to join back for Florida Atlantic versus San Diego State at 6:09 p.m., followed up by UConn in Miami at 8:49 p.m. on Saturday night. I'm also planning on doing the National Championship on Monday night as well. I'm also trying to work on a Final Four preview. If I'm able to get it out in time, it'll probably be dropped on Saturday morning or so if I'm able to get to it for my Final Four preview, matchup analysis and predictions I've been working on. It's been a lot of stuff, writing, research writing, and then creating video slides for background slides and stuff, and then editing the video. So if I have time, that's what I'm going to see if I can try to do for tomorrow. If so, it'll probably get released on Saturday morning if I'm able to. Vaughn, what's good? Welcome in. That'd be a no, Vaughn. Yeah, I try to keep my body as healthy as possible so I can be in good shape. Celtics shooting the ball at a great clip tonight from the floor. Just under 61% right now. They are feeling it. And when Boston's spot on from three-point range, good things happen. Usually results in a W on the board at the end of the game for the Celtics. Tonight, looking good from 3. They're 8 for 12 from the perimeter at just under 67%. This is a Celtics team. The last time they took on Milwaukee, they took them right down to the wire without multiple starters in that game. I remember calling that game. So the first matchup, the Celtics beat the Bucks on Christmas 139-138. I covered that one. And then the last time these two teams met up, it was on Valentine's Day, February 14th, in the Tuesday night at Milwaukee. And the Bucks won in overtime 131-125, and the Celtics were without a bunch of key players in that game. And they took Milwaukee right to overtime. They give the Bucks a wake-up call for sure. This was the starting five, by the way, in that game for the Celtics on Valentine's Day that went to overtime. The starters were Blake Griffin, Grant Williams, Sam Hauser, Mike Muscala, who just arrived to Boston via the trade deadline a couple of days before Valentine's Day in that matchup, and Derek White. So they were without Brown, Tatum, Smart, Horford in that matchup, and also Brogdon, and able to take Milwaukee to overtime. The Celtics led throughout most of that second half as well. Missed jumper off the bottom left part of the glass by Smart. We're back to action. Giannis flings it out to the wing to Lopez. Lopez inside the key, works on Tatum. Lopez fall away, missed off the front arm. Rebound control by Horford. 9 minutes left to go before halftime. Tatum brings up the floor. Tatum on the court with Horford, Smart, Brogdon, and Grant Williams. Horford from deep. Horford makes the three from downtown. What a start tonight for Boston. 17-point lead for the Celtics. That's their 9th made three of the first half. Giannis takes a three, missed, tipped up, and the rebound controlled by Javon Carter. Carter's three, missed again, and the rebound controlled by Grant Williams. Celtics up the floor now with a defensive rebound. Smart shovels out to the top. Grant Williams. Grant pass out to his right. Brogdon. Brogdon up fake. Finds Carter out of possession. Floats at the runner. Missed off the mark. Tipped up in the rebound control by Middleton. Middleton, Lopez, Grayson Allen, Giannis, Javon Carter. 5 of the floor currently for the Bucks. Quick up the floor. Carter missed another three. 0 for 2 his last 2 trips from 3. Celtics have it back. Smart at the top, sends it off to Horford. Horford been feeling it tonight, making 2 threes so far. Smart dribble drive, attacks the paint on Brook Lopez. He scores. Slips pass right to the cup on him with a right hand, finishes on the layup for Marcus Smart past Brook Lopez. 10-zip run by the Celtics last 2.5 minutes. Milwaukee coming off a back-to-back yesterday where they were an absolute machine, scored 149 points to the Pacers. It was so far today. Celtics defense making it tough. That's a turnover. Inside the key, it's off Middleton last, and the ball goes back to Boston. And by the way, Jaylen Brown's been the hot hand tonight for Boston. He checks right back into the game. 17 by Jaylen Brown, 7 for 9 shooting, 3 for 3 from three-point range, with 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Brown comes back on the floor, same as Rob Williams. Celtics with possession, under 8 minutes left to go before halftime. Tatum receives the ball from Rob Williams. Tatum drives, left hand, no good, missed off the glass. Rebound control by Portis, gave it away though. Brown comes up with a steal. Out to the corner, spots up the three, open. Brown, Tatum, no good, tipped off the mark by Smart, and Lopez comes up with a defensive rebound. Holiday. Right block, shovel out to Portis, 3 from the corner, missed. Rebound snagged by Brown, 3rd board of the game. Smart. Up the floor, Smart shovels on top. Tatum bounce pass behind his back, sets up Rob Williams. Cross court Tatum drives, attacks, floats up the runner. That missed short. Rob Williams able to save it though. Open 3, Smart off the rim. Tatum with a follow, and Tatum, he got fouled. So Tatum looking for a putback chances. The first trip to the free throw line tonight for Boston. And Jason Tatum will shoot 2 coming up as he got fouled by Brook Lopez. Celtics just looking like the hungrier team in this game right now. 49-30. Good things happen when their shots are falling. They are now plus 20 in the scoreboard. First free throw good for Boston. A machine in this game right now. 50 points with under 7 minutes left to go before halftime. Second free throw, Tatum right down the middle. Tatum now with 17, Brown with 17. Tatum and Brown single-handedly outscoring the Milwaukee Bucks as a team. 34 by Tatum and Brown, 30 by Milwaukee right now. Holiday, his pass deflected, intercepted by Tatum. Here they go on the break, 3-on-2. Brown to the rim, draws the shooting foul. There'll be 2 coming up at the free throw line. Chris Middleton picks up the blocking foul, and Jaylen Brown with 2 trips coming up now for Boston. Ravens prods, welcome in. First shot by Brown at the free throw line. And that's good. Able to get the bounce. The Celtics with an off night on Tuesday, losing to the Wizards. And tonight, just looks like it's their night right now. Being able to connect on all cylinders from the floor. Second free throw, Brown missed, rim short. Rebound control by Holiday. Approaching the 6.5 minute mark left to go before halftime. Holiday backs his way into the key on Brown. Holiday jumper, mid-range, high arcing, missed off the front rim, bobbled around. Rob Williams tried to save it off his fingertips, though, as it went out of bounds. It'll stay Bucks ball with 6:26 left. Bucks get the inbound. Holiday off to Middleton, floats up the runner, skipped around the rim, tipped up and in by Bobby Portis. 20-point game now. Approaching the midway portion of the second quarter. Brown at the right wing. Brown, jumper, mid-range, off the back rim, missed. Great box out there by Brook Lopez for the defensive board. Allen, up fake, Allen drives inside the key, kick out corner, Portis. And a reach and fall picked up by Boston. Clock will stop with 5:58 left to go. It'll be assessed to Grant Williams, his second personal. Malcolm Brogdon will check back into the game now, so Grant Williams heads towards the bench for Boston. Inbounds, off to Middleton. Giannis currently in the bench at the moment for Milwaukee. Middleton jumper, deep two, off the back rim, missed, tipped up to the corner, out of bounds, last touch by the Bucks. Giannis coming off a triple-double yesterday for Milwaukee, and Jrue Holiday had a career-high 51 points against the Pacers in the victory where they totaled 149 points. White, jumper over Lopez, missed rim short, offensive rebound over to Rob Williams. Here's a three, Brogdon. Missed off the rim once again, that time missed short. So the Bucks have it. Holiday weaves his way outside, Portis with a three. Portis off the mark, tipped over to Brogdon. Here goes Boston with it, past midcourt, Malcolm Brogdon. Brogdon at the elbow, had some space, sends it out to the top to Smart, into the hands to Rob Williams, calls for somebody else to control the basketball. He does now, hand off to Smart. 5 minutes left to go before halftime. Smart at the wing, guarded by Middleton for the shot clock. Smart inside the key. Smart floats at the runner. Missed off the rim. Tip in is good though. Rob Williams able to get the tip in through for two. Oh wow, that's awesome, Mark. So, Mark took Joe Mazzulla fishing. That's incredible. Huh. Wow. Man, that's awesome that you're able to meet a young Joe Mazzulla at the time. Offensive rebound with a three. Brogdon thought it went down, but it missed off the rim. Picked up in the corner by Holiday for the Bucks. Milwaukee, they started off hot. They were 9 for 21 from the floor. Ever since, they're just 3 of 20 right now. 54-32 as we get a collision on the court. Bodies come untangled here as the clock will stop. And now Giannis will check back into the game. So it's a non-shooting foul picked up by Boston. Milwaukee gets the inbound. Up fake. Holiday at the free throw circle. Sends it off to Giannis. Giannis with a three. Missed off the rim short. Rebound control by Tatum off to Brogdon. Brogdon drives on Ingles the rim. Goes back door. He scores up and in off the backboard. Malcolm Brogdon with two. It's been all Celtics. 4 minutes left to go before halftime. Bounce pass over to Giannis. Giannis inside the key. Puts one up. Puts it off the glass and got it. 3:45 left. Celtics bounce pass, cutter, Smart over to Brown, throws it down with a two-handed jam. Jaylen Brown been the player of the game tonight. Tatum right behind. 58-34. Missed at the rim, but Portis there for the follow. Jaylen Brown, he's got himself 20. Tatum with 17. Smart brings it up the floor for the Celtics. Smart moves it out to the right wing. 3 on his way. Al Horford, that's pure. Bullseye, baby. Big Al with a triple. Celtics lighting up their trees in all cylinders. 50%, 10 for 20 in this first half. And good things happen, but Boston's on point from three-point range. That time, the Bucks missed the three as the ball gets tapped to the bounce by Tatum. Yeah, honestly, it could probably happen there, since I think Qudus Wahab is determining if he wants to go to the NBA draft or not. Crowder, pass out to his left to Ingles. Ingles inside the key, kick out to the corner, goes out of bounds. Last touch with the Celtics. The clock will stop with 2:52. Yeah, that Georgetown team next year, that might look like a similar team to the process of Philadelphia when they had Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, and Al Horford all on their team after Al got picked up by Philly. And the floor spacing of that team just simply did not work. Just terrible floor spacing on that team, because Georgetown already has Eddie Lampkin via the transfer portal that they picked up. So it might just be big bodies on that team that just do everything at the rim but just cannot space the floor. It wouldn't shock me if the roster's constructed that way, because that's been like kind of like Ed Cooley always goes out for those big physical bodies like he got with Ed Croswell. But they do everything at the rim, that's the thing. So 20-17, or 20 points by Jaylen Brown, 17 by Jason Tatum. So they're combining for 37 so far. That's more than the Bucks on the scoreboard at the moment. So 37 combined with a duo of the Jays. 61-36 we got here for the Celtics leading, and Boston just making their threes tonight. Al Horford, he's been on point, perfect. 3 for 3 from the perimeter. Jason Tatum's 3 for 5. Jaylen Brown's 3 for 4. And Tatum and Brown just going off in this game. It was Jaylen Brown right from the start who was lighting it up. And Jason Tatum ever since. And the Celtics, they are in this first half sending a message to Milwaukee like they did in the last game as well. The Celtics crushed the Bucks on Christmas when the Celtics were fully healthy. And then when the Celtics were missing a bunch of players on Valentine's Day, the Celtics took the Bucks at Milwaukee into overtime. And here's a little sneak preview of the Eastern Conference Finals. And right now the Bucks doing it once again. So yeah, last time they met up, Boston had 6 players double figures. Derek White, he scored 27 points. He had 12 assists that game against Milwaukee, which they lost in overtime. Malcolm Brogdon had 26 points. Mike Muscala, he had 18 from the bench in one of his first games as a Celtic, directly after the trade deadline. Sam Hauser at 15. Blake Griffin at 15, and then Grant Williams at 12 and 10. So the starting lineup the last time these two teams met up prior to today on Valentine's Day was Blake Griffin, Grant Williams, Sam Hauser, Mike Muscala, and Derek White. And then Malcolm Brogdon was coming off the bench versus the Bucks, who did not... Oh, they did play Chris Middleton from the bench in that game. So the starters were Giannis Brook-Lopez, Drew Holiday, Pat Connaughton, and Grayson Allen. Bobby Portis did not play in that game, but Chris Middleton came off the bench, and the Celtics took them to overtime where Milwaukee won 131-125. 61-36. Corner 3 back from the timeout by Ingles. Missed, but the putback's there by Giannis. We have 2:40 left to go before halftime. Skip pass to the corner to Brogdon. Moves it on top. Here's a three open straight away. Horford missed off the back rim too long, and the rebound controlled by Giannis. Woo Pig, welcome back in the stream again. Giannis up the floor. Airballs a three. Goes out of bounds. It's been a tough game for the Bucks. We've seen a lot of air balls so far from Milwaukee tonight. 2:30 left to go before half. Basically, for the Celtics, best idea, if they want that number one seed, you have to win every single game remaining this season and hope that the Bucks can lose enough so you overtake Milwaukee at that number one seed. If you're both tied, the Celtics got the advantage. If they do come out tonight, they'd have the 2-1 season series advantage with a win on Christmas. Brogdon to the rim with a left hand. He scores in the layup. 63-38. The Celtics sending a message out to America right now. When this team is hot, look at the score. The score looks super hot. As that will be called a turnover by Milwaukee inside a key. It will go right back to the Celtics. Under 2 minutes left to go before halftime. Brogdon brings up the floor. Brogdon drives, got an opening. He throws it down with a right-handed jam. Malcolm Brogdon soared up, finishing with a flush. Brogdon off the bench with 8-6 by Rob Williams off the bench. 14 bench points so far in the first half for Boston. Giannis, jumper, 16-footer straight away, swoosh. 25-point lead for the Celtics. 37 combined points between the two Jays. Brown with 20, Tatum with 17. Down to the final minute, 20 left to go. Dribble drive penetration right to the rim, and Brogdon gets fouled. Man, Milwaukee tonight cannot stop any sort of dribble drive penetration that the Celtics have. This Bucks defense is looking like Texas against Miami in that Elite 8 matchup. Miami was getting everything at the rim. The Celtics doing exactly that against Milwaukee tonight. Brogdon shooting 2 at the free throw line. First one is good. Seven bench points for the Bucks. Celtics now up to 16 as Brogdon makes both of them. 27-point lead for Boston. Giannis held to just 8 points so far in the game. Giannis with 8 points in the quarter. Giannis got 13 total right now, so 13 total in the games, held at 8 points in the quarter. Rest of the team held at just 6 points this quarter. The Celtics outscoring Milwaukee in the second quarter, 33-14. This is the type of defense that I've been waiting to see the Celtics play. Giannis missed from point-blank range, tipped off the glass. Horford lost it out of bounds right next to the camera crew. And now Horford puts his hand on his chest, points to himself, says, "That's all on me." Takes accountability for losing the defensive rebounds. Taking accountability right there at his finest for Big Al. Veteran leadership. It will be Bucks inbound. 1 minute left to go before halftime. Giannis having a tough game so far, shooting just 6 for 17. Shades of that Game 7 in the playoffs from last year. This Celtics defense, if they can be like that, they are a force. Holiday lost it, turnover. Celtics with numbers 3-on-2 up the floor. Brogdon drives on Ingles. Brogdon up fake out to the top. Wide open three. Horford. Bang, bang. He drills it. 70-40. It's a 30-point lead for the Celtics. Big Al Horford tonight comes out looking like Al in his prime, ripping threes left and right. And one coming up at the line for Giannis. Giannis quick up the floor, targets Horford on the shooting foul. Al Horford wide open, target range out there. He's got 12. 4 for 5 from the perimeter for Horford. Just picked up personal foul number 2 though, so him and Grant Williams with 2 personal fouls. One shot here at the free throw line for Giannis, and that's good. 16 points for the Greek Freak after that. 11 by Middleton. Everybody else with 6 or fewer. Right now, Tatum from downtown. Tatum, oh, he hits it. Jason Tatum sends it through. It's a 3-point machine for Gang Green and the Celtics tonight. 30 seconds left to go. To the rim, Giannis get the layup. Ryan, thanks so much for joining in, brother. What a game for Boston. When they hit their threes, it is tough to stop them. They're sending a message to America. Boston, 12 for 23 from the perimeter. Tatum At the edge of the Bucks logo, 18 seconds left to go before halftime. Tatum, guarded by Ingles around the perimeter. Tatum, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Tatum, pro hop into the key. Tatum floats it up. He gets fouled with 11.5 seconds. So if you guys are just joining in, Boston is torching Milwaukee at Milwaukee after the Bucks scored 149 points last night against Indiana. Jason Tatum with 20 points will shoot 2 at the free throw line. Jaylen Brown's got 20. Brown and Tatum have combined for almost the same amount of points as Milwaukee has in this entire first half. At multiple times, Brown and Tatum combined for more points than Milwaukee had on the scoreboard alone. There was a point where Tatum and Brown combined for 37. Milwaukee had like 32 or 33 on the scoreboard at the time. Tatum makes them both. Tatum up to 22 now. So 42 out of the 75 points combined between Tatum and Brown so far in this first half. 5 seconds left to go. Giannis down low, scores in the right-handed layup. 75-47, 3 seconds. Brogdon catching fire jumper. Smart grazed the front rim and we close out going to halftime. Wow. 28-point deficit in the first half for the Bucks. That is the largest in any half this season. Wow. Celtics come out knocking down shot after shot after shot from the perimeter. It is target practice out there, and the Bucks have no defensive help to go and stop Boston with their dribble drive penetration in that first half. Celtics shooting 52% from the floor, 52% from 3. They are 12 of 23 from the perimeter. Also 90% at the free throw line, 9 for 10 in the first half. Absolutely wild. Putting 4 players in double figures. 22 by Tatum. Tatum's made 4 threes. 20 points by Brown. He's made 3 threes. Brown scored. So Jaylen Brown, he was the hot hand to start off the game. Jaylen Brown scored or assisted on the first 10 of 14 buckets made in the first quarter. Brown up to 20. Al Horford's looking like prime Al tonight, making threes left and right. Al Horford 4 for 5 from the perimeter, 12 points by Horford, and then 10 points by Malcolm Brogdon, taking it to the rim tonight where he scored all 4 of his buckets inside the paint in this game. Also collected 2 steals. 16 assists for the Celtics to just 3 total turnovers in the first half. That is total team basketball at its finest. Smart, 5 assists to 0 turnovers in that first half. And Brogdon, 4 assists to 0 turnovers. 2 top ball handlers on the team. That's exactly what you need there for the Celtics come playoff time. Giannis with 20. Giannis now 9 of 20 shooting. He started off just 2 of 7, but getting going lately for Giannis. 11 points by Middleton, and that's basically it that's shown up. Brook Lopez with 6. Everybody else with fewer than 6. 4, 3, or 0 on the scoreboard for Milwaukee right now. So it's been basically 2 players going up against 5 on the court in this game. Drew Holiday, he's been stopped throughout today. Holiday just 3 points on 1 for 7 shooting. Middleton, 11 points and 4 of 11. And Bobby Portis just 2 of 6 today. Yeah, that's crazy. Coming off a 51-point game last night. Yeah, so if you guys are new, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe right now at halftime. And this kind of feels weird because there's not really much to report about tonight. This is a standalone game in the NBA. Something you don't see too often, just one game on during one certain time slot. There's just one other game going on in the NBA tonight, and that's the Nuggets, who's the top team in the West, hosting the Pelicans. Yeah, it's just been weird. They played down to poor competition. Lost against the Rockets. They had a terrible game to start off the year that they got crushed against OKC, and then they're coming off a bad loss at Washington. still the number one seed is still in play right now, but Celtics are down by 3 games. Take this one, they'll be down by 2. They also have the head-to-head over Milwaukee too. So if they win this one, they'd have the head-to-head since they beat 2-1. They beat them on Christmas, and wow, it's crazy because this Celtics team, I was talking about it earlier. This Celtics team, the last time they faced the Bucks, they took them right into overtime with this starting lineup: Blake Griffin, Grant Williams, who played 48 minutes in that game, Sam Hauser, Mike Muscala, who was just traded a couple days before, and Derek White. There was no Tatum, there was no Brown, no Al Horford. Rob Williams only played 13 minutes. No Marcus Smart. And the Celtics with Griffin, Grant Williams, Sam Hauser, Mike Muscala, Derek White took Milwaukee into overtime the last time they met up, and the Bucks won 131-125. Yeah, Duke's probably going to be inside the top 5. I heard they got Mark Mitchell back today. I think a lot of the players are coming back for next season for Duke. So Duke's definitely should be a top 5 season because looks like a lot of their key young players are poised to run it back for next year. Kentucky will probably get into like the top 15 probably for them. All depends on like who comes back for them though. Also, it all depends on like what happens in the transfer portal with all these schools, because there's so many big names in the transfer portal. Kind of been shocked to see like there hasn't really been like any resistance by the Bucks defense at the rim in this game. The Celtics are just like flat out getting bucket after bucket right at the rim. And when they're not scoring at the rim, they're making threes today. Yeah, some of the big takeaways. Celtics, when they've been hot from 3, usually it results in a victory, but also got to look at the turnovers here. Just 3 total turnovers in the first half. That's some great basketball. This game's gone by super quick. They've been able to make their free throws. They've been able to take care of the basketball. Those are some of the biggest keys right there for them. And their defense forcing the Bucks to shoot just 33% and only 3 for 22 from 3-point range in this game for Milwaukee. They just don't have the perimeter answer in this type of game to compete against the Celtics. Yeah, that's rough. I was listening to some of that game for the Red Sox today. Yeah, I saw the score was high. I wasn't sure like how many hits they gave up until I just saw it right now. They allowed 15 total hits today. Man. Yeah, this has been a crazy game. Celtics making everything, and the Bucks just haven't been able to make their shots tonight. Celtics have been like this, like bounce back type of games for them. They've been able to take. Like you can see that they've circled this one in their calendar. Um, the game before that, not so much. They didn't have that one. It seems like circled on the calendar, but this one they certainly did. Yeah, I think they need to analyze Coach Cal. That next tournament's going to be a big one for Kentucky. All depends, I guess, what what seed they are. If they get upset by another 15 seed once again. Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of front office changes again for the Red Sox soon. Yeah, the Celtics have smoked the Pacers a couple of games ago. So right now, just at halftime currently, really shocked about the score right here. Really stunned. Like I had said the Celtics would win. I had said this would be a tough game in my honest opinion, but looks like they had this one circled on their calendar, and we'll have to see. Hopefully, fingers crossed, they close it out on this one because history can tell itself. The big ew has come up a lot in the fourth quarter. And Al Horford did have a bad turnover in the first 3 minutes. It was the first turnover of the game, and I was on that turnover because the ball that he bobbled it around the perimeter. Looked like it was a hot tamale and lost it. If that was in the fourth quarter, a big ew would have definitely had come up right there. But they are avoiding that big ew as of late. Efficiency. Big key efficiency. 12 of 23 from the floor shooting. Got 16 assists to just 3 turnovers in this first half. Just phenomenal. Just going to keep that up and stay focused. The Celtics outscored the Bucks in the second quarter 41-21. So yeah, this is the only game going on in the NBA right now. They got the Nuggets hosting the Pelicans later tonight. I'm gonna go predict Indiana for Caleb Love. Indiana basically needs a whole new roster for them. Yeah, I feel like he'll jump to one blue blood to another blue blood for him. Yeah, the whole transfer portal thing has just gone completely crazy. So many big names in it. They got like a couple really good players today that entered in the transfer portal. Ace Baldwin from VCU, Olivier Kwamba from Tennessee, transferred too. There's a couple other like massive names. Hunter Dickinson he might transfer. Same as Justin Moore from Villanova. I'll go based on the score right now. I'll go 139 to 118. I'll go. So I think Milwaukee's gonna cut into it in the second half, but still, it's a long way. The Celtics choke on this one. There's a big problem. What's good, Jay Ramirez? Welcome in. Yeah, I did not expect this one to end up like this right now. Yeah, so I am for the Mavs. So I'm shocked they get like that worse right now. They're out of the playoff picture, which is as strange as you can imagine there. So Dallas is right now number 11, so they're not even in the play-in game right now. They're 3-7 in their last 10. We might not even talk about playoff Luka because Dallas might not even make it into the playoffs. I knew their defense was just going to suffer poorly with what they gave away. It's just, I didn't think they'd be that horrendous. What's good, Riley? Welcome to stream, man. So we're going to start off the third quarter. Celtics with a possession. Smart moves it off to Brown. Brown at the mid-block, dribbles back out right corner. Bucks, they struggled to make their shots. They're not making their threes, and the Celtics have gotten a lot of like really good looks in that first half. So the Bucks have struggled to stop the Celtics defensively on two things. Number one's been like dribble drive penetration. There's been like a lot of like open lanes for the Celtics to operate. And then the second thing I've noticed is that Boston's been able to make their open jumpers from the perimeter. Al Horford, he's made 4 threes in that first half for Al Horford. It was a pretty manageable game in the first half. It was the first quarter. It was an 8-point lead in the first quarter. Celtics led 34-26, and then second quarter was that the Bucks could not make their shots. They were attempting a lot of threes and missing well short, whereas the Celtics got open and they were making a bunch of their shots. Here goes Brown accelerating to the rim, no good. Great follow though, Al Horford with a putback for 2. The second half starts off with a Celtics bucket. Under 11 minutes left to play in the third. Milwaukee looking for an answer. It was a plus 20 second quarter differential in favor of Boston, 41-21. Giannis inside a key, lays it up and in for 2. It's basically been a one-man show. Giannis getting his points tonight. He's up to 22 now. After that, 11 points by Chris Middleton. And then Brook Lopez with just 6. Smart driving to the rim, and Marcus Smart lays it up and in with the right hand. It's been constant, just straightaway dribble drive action tonight by Boston. It's been zero resistance at the rim in this game for the Bucks. It's been quite surprising because you got size in your team of Milwaukee, Giannis, and Brook Lopez, but They haven't really been able to challenge any of the shots at the rim tonight. Middleton, he's got 11, top of the key, dribbles up to the elbow, working on Brown. Middleton rises for the J, fall away, drills it. Just so good on deep twos there by Chris Middleton. Under 10 minutes left to go. Only 2 players showing up. Giannis with 22, Middleton with 13. Smart with a 3. Smart rips it through. That's 3-point make number 13 tonight for the Celtics. Monster game for Boston. Marcus Smart, up to now 10, becomes the 5th player for Boston, scoring in double figures, and we just started off the third quarter. Bucks with the ball. Allen inside the key, and Grayson Allen got it poked out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum. Yeah, I think looking into that in the future definitely would help out, eliminating like back-to-back games in the future. Yeah, because I always wonder why like some teams get like 3 or 4 days of rest at times, and then some teams are playing like back-to-back coming into that same game, whereas the other team had like 3 or 4 days to maybe prepare for a game. Kick out, corner 3, Horford missed off the back rim, had a good look at it. 9 minutes left to play in the third. I think it would definitely help out, like especially with like fans with ticket prices and stuff, because some of these poor fans, they're paying the price of the ticket to go see superstars at the game for like a regional game, and then they realize that star player is not playing in the game because of load management. Like, it's just unfortunate. And most likely that load management's to occur on one of the 2 games off that back-to-back. And Chris Middleton just got teed up by the official. Technical foul off the rebound. So Jason Tatum now shooting 1 at the free throw line. He gets it. Plus, the Celtics will keep the basketball. And he'll have a second one, and that's good as well. The Bucks spread at the start of this game was -2.5 in favor of Milwaukee. And now it's plus 20.5 right now for that Bucks live point spread. Just wild. Celtics up by 31. Largest lead of the game, and with the basketball, Derek White. On the floor with Jason Tatum, Marcus Smart, Al Horford, Jaylen Brown. Smart. Hand off Brown. Takes the 3 at the corner. Off the rim. Missed in the rebound. Controlled by Giannis. 8.5 left to play in the third. Giannis at the right elbow. Dribble drive inside the key. Off the mark. No good. Tipped up, and the rebound controlled by Smart. Celtics pack the paint with 4 defenders in there guarding Giannis. Tatum at the wing. 1-on-1 on Lopez. Step back 3 in the air. Shakes Lopez. Drills the 3. That's good by Jason Tatum. Brook Lopez lost him in the process. 3-point fest tonight for the Celtics. Trifecta number 14 of the game for Boston. 87-53. 8 minutes left to go. Giannis spin move. Missed rim short. Brown comes out with a defensive rebound. Tatum with 26. Brown with 20. Brown attacks inside the paint. Hard contact. No call, but the ball goes out of bounds. Turnover. Ooh! 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 If you don't like blood, please do not watch the game right now. Injury timeout on the floor. Chris Middleton bleeding from the mouth as he took a shot from Jaylen Brown, trying to float the shot up in the key. Chris Middleton, they showed that on TNT. Blood gushing out of his mouth right now. Oh, man. I cannot believe they showed the extent of that on live TV. The blood gushing out of the mouth of Chris Middleton on the floor. They cut away with that on the replay. Jaylen Brown off the Euro step, floated it up in his elbow, contacted into the face of Chris Middleton, and right now Chris Middleton bleeding from the mouth. We see his teeth fully engulfed in red. Oh, man. And they'll just stop it right there on the replay feed. They don't even go into any further detail. They showed it. The TNT crew showed the blood at first moment gushing out. They showed that for a solid 5 seconds before cutting out of that feed. And Chris Middleton heading to the locker room right now. I cannot believe that they showed that. Because usually on the national network, you're like usually 10 seconds in the control room ahead of what the viewers see. So you can have like a dump drop in there to dump the live feed shot. 7:54 left to go. Chris Middleton has checked out of the game. Bloody mouth heading towards the locker room. This will be Bucks basketball. So Joe Ingles right now on the floor replacing Middleton. Bounce pass Lopez over to the mid-block to Holiday. Back out to the top three. Straight away Allen. Got it. Jason, welcome back in, man. Celtics gonna milk clock. The way that Ja Morant does, they let the basketball bounce past midcourt, and the shot clock doesn't even start until Marcus Smart picks up the basketball as it rolled past midcourt. Smart with a three. Smart missed off the front rim, and the rebound controlled by Holiday. Holiday at the left wing, guarded by White. Moves it out to the corner to Ingles. Back over to Holiday. Just above 7 minutes left to go. Holiday at the free throw circle. Dish out to the wing. Catch and fire three. Allen skipped around the rim and out. Smart comes out with a defensive rebound. If you're the Celtics right now, just use as much clock as possible. Look at the lead. You're up by 31. Brown turns the corner. Attacks the rim. Brown with the right hand. Scoop score up and off the backboard. He got it for the right-handed layup. Jaylen Brown started off this game. Set the tone for the Celtics. Three is good from the outside by Jrue Holiday. 30-point lead for Boston. Jaylen Brown up to 24. Tatum's got 27. Brown, jumper, baseline, Jay, swoosh. Makes another one. What a lopsided score here. Never usually I cover a game where one team's in the 90s and the other team's in the 50s. Kick out to the top. Giannis out to the wing, goes to Lopez. Lopez closed up by Derek White. Over to Giannis. Giannis double-teamed outside. It goes to Lopez. 6:10 remaining. Lopez jumper, triple-teamed around, and it goes in. Celtics making a statement tonight to America to not count them out in the playoffs. 6 minutes left to go. Smart, far side of the floor, picks up the basketball. Will keep on milking clock. Smart will slow it down for Boston. Smart at the top of the key, guarded by Holiday. Smart, bounce pass, cutter, throwing it down. Jaylen Brown with a right-handed jam. Nobody there. Off the backdoor cut by the Bucks defense. They look completely confused tonight, befuddled by the Celtics offense. Jaylen Brown unleashed the mask, baby. Timeout on the floor by Milwaukee. 5:45 left to play, third quarter. It's been all Celtics right from the get-go. Man, that was rough injury by Chris Middleton, bleeding from the mouth, man. Send to that brother prayers there. That was not good to see. Yeah, my reaction to that said it all. Just disgusted why TNT even showed the blood to that clip. Like, I wonder honestly how many people at home, if they're like blood reactive, like watch that and potentially like passed out for watching that. Because some people, when they see blood, they can get like spooked by it or so. I just cannot believe they showed that clip on live TV. They showed it for like a solid 5 seconds. "27 points by Jason Tatum, 26 by Brown, and the Celtics 14 made threes. They are 50% from the perimeter tonight. Just, they've been able to do it in both ways. Twos, getting to the rim, dribble drive penetration with the Bucks have yet to stop so far. Jaylen Brown just scored a slam dunk off the backdoor cut. And then Boston also making their threes tonight, which usually has been a great sign when the Celtics make their threes. This Celtics defense tonight, it's reminding me of the defense that came on during this time a year ago. Propelled them right to the playoffs. That defense that was contesting everything. Right now, Boston's limiting Milwaukee to just 37% shooting in this game. The Bucks are just 5 of 25 from 3. Also, a key takeaway is Boston with 19 assists to just 4 turnovers in this game. Just simply impressive. I plan on being back on Saturday night, doubleheader for the Final Four, so feel free to join in for that. If I do have time, I'm hoping to drop 2 videos for my Final Four previews to each matchup if I do have time to create the content for those videos. They'll probably be out around Saturday morning if I'm able to get those done by then. We come back from the timeout. Grayson Allen on the floor with Joe Ingles, Bobby Portis, Drew Holiday, and Giannis. Miss layup by Allen. Outlet pass over to Jason Tatum behind the defense. He dunks it down with a two-handed flush. Everything going the Celtics' way tonight on the hardwood on the road at Milwaukee. 5:15 left. Holiday swings it out to the wing to Giannis. Giannis guarded by Jaylen Brown inside the key. Giannis puts it up around the rim and missed. Tipped up by Horford with a defensive rebound. Horford up the floor. Sends it out to the wing to Brogdon. Brogdon had a look. The gap closed, defended by Holiday. Brogdon at the top, working on Allen. Moves it out to his left, out to the corner. Tatum with a 3. Tatum, oh, he hits it! Jason Tatum been absolutely money tonight. He's been fire from downtown. 98-61. Tatum's up to 32. 4.5 left to go. Giannis, left open, takes a 3. Missed off the rim. Tatum collects the defensive rebound. Off to Brown. They won't stop the tempo just yet. Brown, crossover, dribbles inside the key, puts up the mid-range shot, drops it through another 2. It's over. Grayson Allen and the Boston Celtics are absolutely obliterating Milwaukee tonight. 100-61. Mike Budenholzer will take a timeout on the floor now for the Bucks. Wow. I have not seen that score on the scoreboard in a long, long time. The Boston Celtics letting America know they are for real tonight in this game, and they are certainly not only a contender, they can win the chip. And that's what they're telling America tonight. Standalone game on national spotlight. This is the only NBA game going on tonight. All of America watching in this time slot. The Boston Celtics. We're going to redeem ourselves from second place last year. We will win the chip. Road game at Milwaukee. Boom. How about this performance? Just incredible. And the Celtics have been showing it like that lately. This started around 13 days ago. A road win at the Blazers from 13 days ago by 14, scored 126 points. After that, they did lose at Utah by 1, but then what they did at Sacramento 9 days ago, simply great. Road game at Sacramento, they won 132-109. They beat the Pacers last Friday, 120-95. Jaylen Brown drops down 41. I know it's the Spurs, but they crushed the Spurs 137-93 on Sunday. And then for some reason, they lost by 19 to the Wizards. on the road on Tuesday, and maybe it's the loss they needed for the Celtics, because when they have a bad loss like that, they always find a way to bounce back. Lost at Houston earlier in the month, bounced back, beat Minnesota. Lost at OKC back in early January. They bounced back, they crushed the Mavs. These bad losses translating right after into a bounce back game and able to respond. Celtics responded tonight, and the Bucks did not. Dale, welcome in, man. This is just crazy. Absolutely crazy. Sending America with a message. Things going pretty well. Celtics just sending a message to America that they will win the championship this year. $39-point lead. 4:24 left to go. You can go to the end of the third with resting your starters for the next game. Joe Ingles with possession. Giannis currently on the bench. Jay Crowder gives it over to Connaughton, top of the key. Tatum still on the floor. Team is Smart, Brogdon, Jaylen Brown, and Rob Williams. Pass gets intercepted by Brogdon. Brogdon out to the corner. Smart back over to Brogdon at the wing. Brogdon inside the paint. Brogdon over Carter. Banks it home, up and in off the glass. 102-61 Boston. Under 4 minutes left to go. Third quarter, that is. Carter. Bounce past Portis. Portis towards his right. Hand off Crowder. Crowder off to Portis. Portis with a three. Portis around, and it drops in. That's good for three. No ego, welcome in. Celtics making 56.5% of their shots. They are 16 of 30 from three-point range. Tatum at the top. Tatum's got 32. Tatum guarded by Ingles, looking for more. Tatum at the wing. Tatum, step back three in the air. Oh, he hits it. Jason Tatum, 35, an absolute laser. Sends it down the cylinder. 3 minutes left to go. Celtics, 16 made threes. Above 50% from the perimeter. Jason Tatum is 80% from three, 8 for 10 tonight. Missed shot, the corner by Portis. Rebound goes to Jaylen Brown. Spin move past Crowder, past midcourt. Brown attacks the paint. Brown, mid-block back out to the top. Tatum fires again. Tatum drops down another three. Oh, baby, what a night for JT. Jason Tatum, 38 points. Ripping the threes left and right in 28 minutes. Missed three by Carter. Blocked from behind as Connaughton got denied by Rob Williams. 2:34 left to go. There's been some really tough shots that Tatum has hit around the perimeter. A lot of his shots have been contested threes. Hands in the face that he's stuck, but some of the threes as well has just been target range. Just shooting practice for this team tonight, just completely out in the clear. Wide open made threes as well. There hasn't been a whole lot of defense in this game provided by the Bucks. Portis backs his way, and Brogdon commits the reach and foul. 2:28 left to play. So inbound coming up by Ingles. Ingles near side, 2:28 left. Ball goes to Portis, out to Ingles. Ingles at the corner, sends it over to Ingles once again from Carter. Portis, kiss off the glass, scores. It was a pretty close first quarter. Celtics led by 8 at the end of one. Jaylen Brown right to the rim. He was the one who took this team starting off the game. Set the tone for the Celtics tonight. 110-66 as Jaylen Brown's got 30. 68 points combined by the Jays. That is more than Milwaukee as a team. Not until now. Bobby Portis sinks the three. 69 by Milwaukee on the board. 38 by Tatum, 30 by Brown. Tatum takes up the floor. Tatum at the top. Tatum guarded by Ingles. Tatum hungry for more. Tatum looking for the 40-burger. He throws it down. Two-handed dunk by Jason Tatum. 40 points on the board tonight, baby, for JT. 1:20 left to play in the third. Portis inside the key. Oh, get that out of there. Huge rejection by Rob Williams. Sends it over to the front row of the media crew as he swats it out of bounds. This is the defense I'm talking about tonight for the Celtics. The most complete game all season long. Oh, if you thought Christmas was great, we got late Christmas here on the road for the Celtics. Portis, as that will be called a foul down low, picked up by Boston. 70 points combined tonight by Tatum and Brown. On the scoreboard, Milwaukee with just 69. 70 beats 69 right now in this game, despite 69 winning a lot of times. 1:10 left to play, out to the wing. Matthews over to Portis. Portis shovels it over to Matthews. 5 in the shot clock, final minute. Out to the corner, Portis' three. Oh, it got blocked by Rob Williams. Another shot, mid-range, dropped it down. It's good right before the shot clock by Wesley Matthews. 71 on the board now. 1-12, 71, 50 seconds left to play in the third. Brogdon will slow down tempo for the Celtics. Probably will see the bench players to start off the fourth. Brogdon, top of the key. Takes the jumper, 18-footer straight away. Got it. Everything just looks so simple tonight for Boston. So easy, so simple out on the floor. Crowder, touch pass, left corner. Connaughton drills the three. 30-point Boston lead, 30 seconds left to go in the third. 70 combined points between Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Tatum 80% from 3, 12 of 18 from the floor. Jaylen Brown 13 for 20, shooting 3 for 5 from 3 with 5 assists. Brogdon inside the key, sneaks around. He gets called though in the turnover. The clock will stop at 11 seconds, so we'll head back to Milwaukee. Bucks for the final possession at the end of 3. Javon Carter picks up the ball past midcourt. Carter, 7 seconds. Carter, guarded by Brown at the top. Carter, crossover. Carter, inside. Carter, jumper, no good. And we close it out at the end of the third. Wow. Boston Celtics destroying the Bucks tonight. 114-74. That is a 40-point lead. I think I accidentally said 30. That is 40 on the board. Usually not used to calling this big of a point differential. Wow. The Celtics tonight sending the nation on notice. Sending a message to America by Boston that the Celtics will be playing basketball representing the Eastern Conference in June and will be winning the chip this time around. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. 17 made threes by the Celtics. 22 assists to just 5 assists tonight. It's been the best basketball game they played all season long. Incredible. And a great time to do so. Playoffs coming up in around just over 2 weeks from now. Just what a great time to be playing their best basketball right now. Yep, they gotta have the fire department put out the flame for this one. Man, it's monstrous. What a game tonight. What a performance by Boston. What's good, Donovan McCrab? Welcome in. We're just getting started with the fourth quarter, so we just closed out at the end of the third. This is 12 minutes remaining of basketball. If you guys are just joining us, Jason Tatum, 40 points. Jaylen Brown, 30 points, combining for 70 of the 114 on the board for the Celtics tonight. And Milwaukee with just 74 total. Giannis with 24. Middleton has 13, but he injured his mouth in the third quarter for Middleton. Yet to come back onto the floor. Is a pretty graphic scene that they showed. After that, 12 points by Bobby Portis. Everybody else with 8 points or fewer for the Bucks today. Milwaukee shooting just 36%, 26% from three, whereas Boston is just torching them in this game. The Celtics at 59% and 55% from three. They made 17 threes, 22 assists to just 6 turnovers for the Celtics. Sending America a message tonight in this one. We start off with the fourth quarter. Bucks right to left in the floor. They have the possession first. Connaughton, top of the key. Over to Crowder. Back over to Connaughton. So the Celtics do have some of their bench players into the game. Sam Hauser, first time onto the floor today, number 30 for Boston. They do have Grant Williams, Derek White, Malcolm Brogdon. So they don't have the reserves just yet on the floor. Still too early. That's good by Milwaukee. White, skip pass, left corner. Grant Williams catching fire, three, missed rim. Short rebound controlled by Portis. 11-10 left to go. Javon Carter up the floor. Has it now at the free throw circle. Guarded by White. Carter dribbles up to the mid-block. Passes out top of the free throw circle. Crowder, jumper around the rim and out. Defensive rebound hauled in by the Celtics. Brogdon. Over to White, top of the key, into the hands to Rob Williams. Out to Hauser, straightaway three. Got it. Splash by Hauser from the top of the key. Just been 3-point make after 3-point make tonight for Boston. 18 out of 33 from the perimeter. Carter, off the Crowder, lob to Portis. Portis, down inside the low block. Portis, kick out, corner three. Wesley Matthews, off the back rim, miss, tipped up in the rebound battle, won by Portis. And Brogdon will get called in the reach-in. Yep, the Battle of Florida. We might see it. Maybe we'll see that one in the national championship. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Just wild game tonight. Did not expect the score to be like this right now. Grant Williams, what are you doing? Face first in the floor. That's the reason why it's an offensive foul picked up by Milwaukee. Looked like he was going to do a push-up at that stance right there. The Celtics will have it back. 10:20 left to go. Derek White, pass midcourt for the Celtics. Top of the key, White guarded by Connaughton. Pass down low to Rob Williams, and Rob Williams gets fouled. It's picked up by Jay Crowder. This will send Rob Williams to the free throw line now with 10:14 left. What's good, Bobby in the stream? Welcome in. Two shots here for Rob Williams. First one is good. Jay Crowder will head towards the bench now. Second free throw, around and out. No good. Tipped up in the rebound control by Portis. Javon Carter dribbles past midcourt. Carter guarded by White. Portis puts the ball into the hands to Connaughton. Connaughton lobs to Portis at the mid-block. Portis works on Brogdon. Backs his way inside the low post. Portis, jumper, baseline turnaround. Missed off the back rim. Rob Williams comes out with a defensive rebound. Under 10 minutes left, Brogdon takes up the floor. Brogdon takes the three. Around and out, and the rebound controlled by Milwaukee. That's number 0, Marjan Beauchamp, in his first season, who came up with a rebound. Beauchamp first time onto the floor today. Carter crossover at the left wing. Out on top, Wesley Matthews. Back over to Carter. Carter drives inside the paint. Kick out quarter. Beauchamp working on Hauser. 3 of the shot clock. Over to Matthews. Shot clock dwindling down. Carter, tough jumper. Missed rim short. Rebound controlled by Hauser. 9:10 left to go. Brogdon on the floor currently. Same as White. Some of the key players in this team. Rob Williams, Grant Williams, Sam Hauser. They saw J.D. Davison against the Spurs late in that game. Probably going to see J.D. once again. Derek White got fouled, though. He'll shoot 2 at the line. 9:04 left to play. Yet to see a Luke Cornett in this game so far. Same as Blake Griffin and Mike Muscala. The first one's good. So White makes the first free throw. Derek White got the start. He hasn't really shot the ball that much today, though, by White. It's 22 minutes. 0 for 3 shooting. Just got his first point at the free throw line. So try to get some more shots out of Derek White's system. Second free throw is good. 120-76. 9 minutes left to go. And now Luke Cornett checks in. So Cornett into the game for the first time today. Connaughton shovels on top over to Thanasis. 3-point shot attempted by Carter. He got it. Javon Carter drills the 3. 120-79 with 8:40 left. Celtics going to slow down tempo. They look to use a lot of clock. Up by a bunch. Celtics will be 2 games behind Milwaukee now. The Celtics will have the head-to-head. So if both of these teams are tied in the standings at the end of the year, the Boston Celtics will be 2-1 this season in 3 games against the Bucks. Boston won on Christmas. Their lone loss was on Valentine's Day. And that's called an up and down travel with the basketball by Marjon Beauchamp. So 8:15 left. So Boston would have the head-to-head over Milwaukee if both of them tied with the same record in the season standings. Brogdon still in the game, approaching 8 minutes left to play. And Beauchamp gets called on the reach and foul. This might be the fastest NBA stream I've ever covered. This game tipped off at 7:30, just like past 7:30. It's now 9:22 at night. And this game is done in 8 minutes. Like, usually my quickest games get done at around 9:45. Like 9:40, 9:45 for a 7:30 game. This one could get done at like 9:35 by this rate. Missed 3 by Milwaukee. Brogdon just drilled a 3 a moment ago, so he's up to 14. Brogdon inside the key, attacks, no good. Putback slams there, though, by Luke Cornett. Down to 7.5 minutes left to go. Beauchamp with a 3, missed off the back rim. White collects the defensive rebound for Boston. Celtics will slow it down. Derek White out to Hauser off the screen. Hauser catching fire, missed, tipped up, tapped out of bounds, but it's called a foul by Boston committed by Brogdon. Bucks will dribble past midcourt. Javon Carter. Carter at the top, guarded by Grant Williams. Off to Connaughton. 7:15 left. Connaughton shoveled Thanasis into the key. Outside it goes. Almost a backcourt violation. Lucky to pick it up at the logo by Javon Carter. Carter guarded by Hauser. 5 in the shot clock. Carter takes the jumper. Missed off the rim short, and the rebound snatched away by Grant Williams. This is just disappointing for the Bucks fans to see this. Milwaukee put up 149 points yesterday in the scoreboard against the Pacers. Today, 79 with 6:45 left. That's good by Derek White with a 3. Mike Muscala, first time into the game tonight for the Celtics. Boston making their 20th triple of the night. They are 20 of 38 from three-point range at 52.6%. Corner 3 is good by Beauchamp from Milwaukee. Derek White still on the floor. Will dribble past midcourt. Like to see JD get some playing time if he's available today. Cornette sets the pick. White at the wing. Out to the top to Hauser. Lobs it over to Cornette, top of the free throw circle. Cornette, 4 in the shot clock. Cornette at the left double. Has to launch one. Kick out corner. White with a 3. White off the back rim and in and off the hands of Muscala as it goes out of bounds. Also another player that needs to attempt a shot with Mike Muscala. And we'll take a timeout on the floor. 128-82 with 6:04 left to go. I'll take North Texas in that one because last time those two teams met up, it was actually UAB that won that game. North Texas, I think, will get revenge on UAB this time around. Yeah, North Texas took out Oklahoma State out of that bracket. What's good, Judge in the stream? Welcome in. Man, what a beatdown tonight. 40 points by Jason Tatum, 30 by Jaylen Brown. Celtics with 5 players double figures. Brogdon with 14, Horford with 14, 10 by Marcus Smart. And just, they were unstoppable. 57% shooting, 53% from 3, 87.5% at the free throw line. Just insane splits right from the start in this game. 25 assists to just 6 total turnovers tonight. Playing hands down their best game of the season. And playing their best basketball at the right time. Yeah, crazy. The Celtics were actually the underdog in tonight's game. They were like a 2-point underdog tonight. Just been unpredictable this year. Celtics got their bounce back performance from their last game, and the Bucks, after tearing it up last night off a back-to-back against Indiana, just did not show up. I think if I'm the Bucks, I'm concerned for this game because everybody's talking about the Bucks riding all this momentum into the playoffs, but here's the thing. You played 3 games against the Celtics. Number one is that Boston now, with 2 blowout victories, the first one on Christmas, and now this one, is coming off a back-to-back, whereas the Celtics had 1 day of rest. But when these two teams met up on Valentine's Day, the Bucks won at home in overtime, and the Celtics played a starting 5 that consisted of Blake Griffin, Grant Williams, Sam Hauser, Mike Muscala, and Derek White. That was the starting lineup, and the Celtics hung right in there, down to the wire, forced overtime on the road at Milwaukee. Hey, that's quite concerning. Very concerning for the Bucks. The Celtics sending a message out to America tonight. 5 turnovers against Sacramento 9 days ago. One of their best wins this season when the Celtics beat Sacramento 132-109 on the road. This one's going to top it if they keep it up. Under 6 minutes left. And Milwaukee will head to the charity stripe. Two shots at the free throw line by Thanasis. The first one missed. Second shot by Thanasis, no good. Rebound goes to Muscala. And Blake Griffin onto the floor for the first time tonight. So Celtics now on the court. Derek White's still out there. Derek White, Sam Hauser, Mike Muscala, Luke Cornette, and Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin receives his first pass of the game. Griffin gives it outside to Hauser. Hauser with 5:30 left to play. Hauser, crossover, takes the three at the wing. Off the back rim, miss, tipped up by Cornette. And we're going to have a rebound foul picked up by the Bucks. That's charged to, I believe it's Thanasis who picked it up, and the clock will stop with 5:29. Yeah, this should be this should be well in hands for the Celtics right now. We have just 5.5 minutes left. Luke Cornette gets the inbound, 10 in the shot clock, lobs it over to Muscala. Muscala up fake, turnaround jumper, and the key rattled out. A rebound control by Milwaukee. So a lot of different reserves now into the game for the Bucks. Goran Dragic wearing number 31. He's a well-traveled vet throughout the league. Dragic missed a shot and the key off the back rim. Grant Williams up the floor. Over to Muscala. Muscala missed the three, had a good look, but couldn't send it down. A rebound to Connaughton. Under 5 minutes left to go. Connaughton drives on Cornette, kick out to the corner. Beauchamp. Or no, that's the Thanasis, number 43, as we do have a shooting foul. The clock will stop with 4:48. Trying to see where this foul was. Was it shooting or in the act of shooting away from the basketball? The referees will put it back on the far side of the floor. So it was on the floor. So it was away from the basketball. The foul got picked up. Inbound for Milwaukee. Thanasis. Inside a key kick out corner. Matthews over to Connaughton. 5 in the shot clock. Connaughton attacks inside the paint. Dish out to the wing. Wesley Matthews with a three missed off the back rim, and they're struggling. That was a wide open three, and they couldn't send it down by Matthews. 26% from three-point range for the Bucks. Celtics, 50%. Kelly, welcome in. Yeah, just an incredible game tonight by Boston. They've sent a message out to all of America. Hey, thanks so much, Diamond McCrabb, for coming on board. So I hope to be back for the Final Four this Saturday, so feel free to join in for both of those Final Four streams. And now Boston's in the bonus. And the first free throw missed. Grant Williams, no good. It's actually been a really slow fourth quarter offensively. Boston outscoring Milwaukee in the fourth quarter 15-8. Both of these teams just cannot hit a shot in the fourth quarter. Second free throw is good for Grant Williams. Goran Dragic up the floor for the Bucks. Over to Connaughton using a lot of time, 4:10 on the clock. Thanasis at the wing. Handoff Dragic approaching the 4-minute mark left to go. Bounce pass over to a cutter. Thanasis got blocked. He did get fouled though. So Blake Griffin, not a clean block, denying Thanasis. The clock will stop with 4:04. Yeah, Thanasis trying to throw down a poster over Blake Griffin. Or actually going to get Mike Muscala on the back end. Blake Griffin was standing next to that, but they got Mike Muscala with the contact. So 2 shots by Thanasis. The first one sails long. Wow. So, it's been a while there. Yeah, thanks so much for the update there. Wow. Second one is good by Thanasis. Probably going to look back at that game, and reason why the Celtics won't be a 1 seed if that happens. Celtics will have the head-to-head, though, against the Bucks if both of them do finish tied up in the season standings. With a win tonight, Boston will still trail 2 games behind Milwaukee. Grant Williams inside the key, banks it up and in off the backboard. 3:40 left to play. Just a 1-team show tonight, and it was not the home team. Connaughton connects on the 3. Under 3:30 left to play. Hauser brings it up the floor. Lobs it off to Cornette, top of the free throw circle. Hand off Grant Williams. Slides it out to the wing to Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin rips a 3. Everybody getting in the scoring column tonight for Boston. Celtics 21 of 41 from the perimeter. Blake Griffin now becomes one of 2 players from Boston tonight to make a 3 off the bench. Goran Dragic will make a three himself. 2:45 left. Grant Williams, guarded by Wesley Matthews. Williams, at the wing, passes off to Cornette. On the outside, finds Griffin. Passes backdoor over to Cornette, straight away, scores. Throwing it down with a two-handed jam for Luke Cornette. 136-89. What a night tonight for the Celtics. 2.5 left to go. Boston, 27 total assists to just 7 total turnovers. One of the best, if not the best, game that they played this season. Another 3 splashes from downtown by Milwaukee, that time by Dragic. 2 minutes left even. Hauser at the right wing, guarded by Dragic. Lob down low, Muscala, triple team, lost the basketball, got it back though. Over to Hauser, edge of the logo. Griffin, lob deflected off the fingertips of Cornette. It's a turnover. 1:45 left to play. Bucks up the floor, will take a 3. Missed, tipped up, and the rebound controlled offensively by Beauchamp. Beauchamp into the key, swatted away by Blake Griffin as it went right over to Cornette. Hauser, up the floor, lost it, turnover. Milwaukee with 1.5 left to go. Thanasis, he got clobbered. Woo! Things getting chippy on the floor right here. We got a scrum. Thanasis and Blake Griffin exchanging words as the clock will stop with 1:25 left to go. Thanasis got absolutely clobbered by Blake Griffin with Griffin's mouthpiece hanging out of his mouth right now. He is just cracking up. Thanasis got some words, has to be restrained by his coaches as the clock will stop with 1:25 left. Frustration pouring out on the floor of the Bucks tonight. So we take the timeout. 1:25 left to go. The Milwaukee Bucks, number 1 in the NBA. Record of 55-21. The Celtics, number 2 in the NBA. Record of 52-24. 3 games behind Milwaukee. Will now be 2 after tonight. And, wow. The Celtics come out firing on all cylinders, making their shots, getting to the rim for 2s, making their 3s. Jason Tatum, tough and contested 3s he's made, plus his other teammates making wide open practice 3s, completely uncontested. The defense stepping up, contesting shots all over the place, bodies flying everywhere, contesting everything tonight for the Celtics. Boston shooting 56% from the floor, 51% from 3, 83% at the free throw line. Whereas the Celtics defense holding Milwaukee to 36% from the floor, 31% from 3, and just 64% the Bucks have shot tonight at the free throw line. It's been crazy. Celtics tonight, 27 total assists to just 8 total turnovers in this game. Marcus Smart's been great. He had 8 assists to 0 turnovers. Malcolm Brogdon had 5 assists in this game. He did pick up 2 turnovers in the second half. It was Jaylen Brown who had 5 assists to 1 turnover. Tatum with 40 points tonight for Jason Tatum. He shot the ball 8 for 10 from 3. And then Jaylen Brown, 30 points in this game for Brown. 13 for 20 shooting from the floor for Brown. Tatum was 12 of 18. Just, man. It's more, the Celtics wanted it. They got it. They're putting America on notice with tonight's game. And then the problem here is that if I'm the Bucks, I'm nervous. Because most likely you're facing the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals if this all pans out correctly. There are, of course, upsets, but based on the seedings, there's a good chance that these two teams meet once again. Not until, late May, we're looking at. So this is the final game of the season against each other. So the next time we'll probably see these two teams will be late May in the Eastern Conference Finals if the matchups are there. And this is a problem for the Bucks because the Celtics have now beat Milwaukee convincingly twice this season. So 3 games they have played, and the Celtics have convincingly beaten the Bucks twice. The first time was on Christmas, where Boston won 139-118. The second time around, the Celtics lost in overtime at Milwaukee, and this was the starting 5 for the Celtics. Blake Griffin, Grant Williams, Sam Hauser, Mike Muscala, and Derek White. The Celtics had no Jason Tatum, no Jaylen Brown, no Al Horford, no Marcus Smart, and they lost by 6 in overtime at Milwaukee. That's really concerning for the Bucks. And then tonight, 136-92 with 125 left. Blake Griffin just put on Jaylen Brown's mask for a moment, coming back out to the floor. Thanasis is still right now. He is still heated. So that happened like 5 minutes ago. We are back from the timeout. Thanasis is still heated right now. It's a 44-point lead. And Thanasis has been ejected. So they went to that at the scorer's table. Thanasis has been ejected from the game. So there was... See, I have the audio down on my TV, so I don't know what words were exactly said. If there were any words that were said or what to the official or to Blake Griffin in the process. But Thanasis has been ejected from the game. Just wild. So these are like technical free throws that Milwaukee just made. 136-94. And now Blake Griffin will head to the free throw line. And he'll shoot flagrant free throws by Thanasis. The Master, welcome in. First shot by Griffin, missed around the rim. Thanks all so much for voting on the poll. Celtics took the poll 59-41. Before you sign off tonight, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Second free throw, Blake Griffin makes it. What a beatdown. Inbound, 3, swoosh. It's good for Grant Williams, baby. 140 burger on the board with 1:20 left to go. If you're from the Wisconsin area, you do not want to show this score to your kids if they don't know what it is currently. Dragic makes the corner 3. Hide the devices, hide the phone, hide the laptop, hide the computer. Away from your kids for this one. Because this game is ugly. If you're out in Wisconsin, 3-point shot missed off the back rim. I cannot believe I'm seeing fans in the stands here right now in this game. Lob over the top. It's a alley-oop jam by Pat Connaughton. Allison, thanks so much for joining in. 45 seconds left to go. Boston making 22 3-point shots tonight. A 40-point game by Jason Tatum. A 30-point game by Jaylen Brown. 28 assists. To just 8 total turnovers for the Celtics, compiling their best victory all season long tonight. In this one, 41 points against Milwaukee. Definitely indeed. Alton, thanks so much for joining in. Before you sign off, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. The Bucks absolutely just befuzzled what happened tonight. They are just left in the state of shock. This is now 3 games against the Celtics this season. Boston taking 2 of those games by large margins. The Celtics crushing the Bucks on Christmas. The Celtics destroying Milwaukee today by 41 points. And the last time that these two teams will meet up, most likely they'll meet up again potentially in the Eastern Conference Finals if they pan out that way in the playoffs. Milwaukee did win against the Celtics on Valentine's Day, but that's because the Celtics did not have Jason Tatum, nor Jaylen Brown, nor Marcus Smart, nor Al Horford, and the Bucks won by just 6 points in overtime at home that game. Tonight, the Celtics crushed the Bucks. They put America on notice. Final score, 140 Boston, 99 Milwaukee. Jason Tatum, 80% from three-point range, 40 points tonight by Tatum, 30 points by Jaylen Brown. He set the tone right out of the gate. Celtics putting in 5 players in double figures, 14 by Al Horford. He made 4 threes tonight, 14 from the bench by Brogdon, 10 points, 8 assists, and 0 turnovers by Marcus Smart. The Celtics ripped through the threes. They made 22 threes from downtown in the game. What a night for Boston. 140-99 the final score. I plan on being back next on Saturday night doubleheader for the college basketball NCAA Final Four, so feel free to join in for Florida Atlantic versus San Diego State, followed up by UConn against Miami in the nightcap on Saturday. Celtics, big W tonight as they win 140-99 in the national spotlight against the Milwaukee Bucks. 41-point victory for the Celtics. And we're going to close it out here to the channel members. All channel members get a shout out at the end of my streams. We got Jason, Rajeep, Russell, Oreo Pudding, Bradley, Sister Surround, Braden, Mario, Bino, Mark, John, Kenneth, Tristan, Jess, Ahino, Josa, Vegas, SG Sports Talk, Derek, Michael, Warren, I am Ghost, Kelly, Asia, Laszlo, Joseph, Roderick, Reynaldo, Didi, Katie, Barco, Siegel, Woopig, Ian, Oink Oink, Emmanuel, and Robin. Thanks all for joining in, being a part here on the stream tonight. The Celtics win easily, a 41-point victory, 140-99 the final score. Thanks all for joining in, and enjoy the rest of your Thursday night.